Well, this morning's video is a little bit different. It's going to start out different, and today is all about something different. It is about volunteering, because guess what? We are at Elevation Culture's Ultra Run. Now, I know I said I'm going to be doing a run event with Elevation Culture this month, but mine's tomorrow. So today we're going to volunteer, and as you can see, everybody's getting ready to start. It is nice and early this morning. The weather is beautiful outside, and this venue is nothing but awesome. Let's get into it. I am at my very first volunteer station, and I am the course marshal. Basically what that means is they're gonna be coming across the ridge. Boom, this guy right here, running through, and then all the runners are gonna head out this way. And if you do any of the quick and dirty mountain bike events, you're gonna recognize this course. Now, when they come back, all the runners come back, there's a bunch of different groups. You have 50K, 10K, 15K, 5K, the little kids, but I don't think they run this way. Anyways, when they come back, now the 50K are gonna head out that way. And you can see it by the pink course ribbons they have there. But everybody else is gonna run that way. And that was a fun ride here, but as for the ride back, it is straight uphill. So the last bit of your run is gonna be torturesome, and I love it. I can't wait for the first group to come through. They're doing the race announcements as we speak. They're just right over yonder on the hill. I'm super excited. Let's have a fun day. And the first group of runners are coming in. Watch this. So all the 50K runners have came through, which means they basically came from this end, which is where they start out for their first loop, and then they go this way. Boom. So when they see me, they're kind of depressed because they know they have a very large loop. In fact, they have to climb Raptor Ridge, which I did in my last video when I was out here. Now, the 15K and the 10K, they're gonna love me when they come back, because when they come back, they're right over the bridge. Finish line's right over there, nice and easy, so I'll be their best friend then. But on their way out, of course, not so much their friends. Having a blast volunteering. A big thank you to all the runners that are out here who've been super excited to see me and yell and all the fun stuff. I love it. I love the energy. If you have the opportunity to get out and volunteer for any event in your area, I absolutely recommend it. It is a feeling you cannot describe to get out there and see all these people just have a good time. So go volunteer. She has my favorite shorts of the day, the bananas. I think there's like 3 of them. I love those. Well, I think I have officially given out the last good job over the bridge. Let's see, what else was there? If it hurts, you're doing it right. If it doesn't, you got more in your tank. I lost my voice, as you can tell, but absolutely fun to be out here. That's what I say. If you have never volunteered for an event, I recommend it. If you have a family or a friend racing an event, get out there, cheer them on. It's really, really fun. Everybody loves it. Trail events are a little bit harder because we're out in the middle of God knows where, but it's worth it. Anyways, we gotta get packed up, get our stuff loaded up there, and get over to the start-finish line, shake some hands, and we gotta get back. We gotta get the bike ready for tomorrow because we have a duathlon. All right, I am back from the race, and still gone, but we have got to get ready for tomorrow, which means we got to get the bike up. We got to change the pedals out because I put on regular pedals just for today. So we got to get our clip-ins in, and then we're going to take care of the drivetrain. We're going to degrease the chain, completely break it all the way down, and then we're going to re-lube it up just to make it a little bit better. It's extremely dry out there. Southern California is very, very dry. Where I've been riding has been wet. 2 different lubes. Doesn't make a lot of sense to a lot of people. At first it didn't to me, but put the wrong lube on and watch how much it gunks up. It's a bad day. I wonder how many times I can say lube in an episode. Lube, lube, lube. Comment down below how many. It is race morning. It is about 6:20 in the morning, and as you can tell from yesterday, I've absolutely lost my voice. Ah well, we have a 10K, a 22K, and a 5K, and that's run, bike, run. And let me tell you, the course looks awesome. The weather is so far perfect. Let's just hope it wasn't like yesterday or it was a scorcher. Anyways, we're getting all set up in transition. Super stoked. Lots of people. If you did not sign up for this event, I will warn you, it sold out quickly. So, link to the description below. Next year, get signed up. It is absolutely stunning. Let's get, we gotta get in there. And we're back. We're in the same spot that the last video's stuff was in, but we're talking about the duathlon I did with Elevation Culture. I did not get any video of me doing the event, and there's a reason for that. Real simple. I just wanted to go out and have fun and enjoy the event that I was at. Now, it's really fun filming. I do enjoy doing that, you know, taking everything with me, seeing everybody out there. It's really an experience to do. But sometimes you just got to put everything away and just go out and enjoy the event, especially this one. Let me explain. First off, I've got to go run a 10K on a trail with a bunch of runners who are really, really good at running, and I got to do a turnaround. I got to come right on back. Then I get to hop on my mountain bike, the best part, and do a 22K out and back, and then go run a 5K, again, duathlon. So how did this go? How was my experience? Let's dive into it. Real simple, it was an incredible experience. Again, Elevation Culture knocked it out of the park on this event. Everything was organized good, very easy to see the trails. My volunteering was fun, but let's talk the 10K because that is the first portion. Real simple, we stood there, we got our athlete briefing telling us what to look for on our ways in, out, bikes, so on and so forth, kind of how to use the transition zone that they had made. So everything was good. To start the 10K, I start in the back of the pack. I just don't want to slow anybody else down, and we start running downhill on rocks out of the gate, so it's just safer for the slower guy to start in the back. Went out, did my run. I came in dang near last, as when I got there and I look at transition and all the bikes are gone. So a little, whatever. But I noticed that I kept a little bit faster pace than I normally do, and I knew to pace myself because it is a longer event, and some of the people there are doing a relay, so they're able to just go out there, run a 10K, come back, slap hands, and the bike takes off. I didn't have that opportunity. Plus, I had one thing that most of these people probably did not have. So what's the one thing? Real simple. We're doing a mountain bike race where I started mountain bike racing with the Quick and Dirty series. I'll drop a link to the description below. Those guys are awesome. They do great events. This is home turf. I know this course extremely well. When I was starting out racing, I would drive up there with my mountain bike and I would do lap after lap after lap just so I could know. The only thing that changed is where the ruts are from the rain. But I'll tell you that the people who take care of this, San Diego Mountain Bike Association and everybody did a wonderful job. So it's not all rutted out. So when we got there on course areas that were a little more sketchy or where people didn't know how to flow with their bike, whatever the case may be, I was able to simply just take off and not lose any speed. So, of course, going from the back of the pack towards the front of the pack was great. And the fact that I just love mountain biking, I know how to turn my suspension on and I can just pedal through just about anything was probably one of the best things. Getting out to the turnaround point was really nice. There's a little hill at the very end of that in the rocks because the rain had washed a lot of stuff out. It was a little tough. I had to dismount the bike, but not that big. Coming back, it's just what I know. So I was able to get back and just fly all the way back into transition. So it felt really, really good, except the very end. There's a hill that you have to climb and a little tough. You just put it in a high gear, climb the hill and take off. But other than that, the mountain biking was by far my favorite. Now, you would assume the fact that I've done a bunch of triathlons, the fact that I understand what it's like to get off a bike and go run, I'd have been prepared for this. I would have been smarter on the mountain bike and maybe did less work because I knew I had to do a 5K, which doesn't seem like a lot, but you add rock and all the trails and the rocks we're climbing over, not running over, it's a little bit more work, but it was really, really fun. Got there, and it was actually really cool. The volunteers were at transition, and you felt like a pro in one of these triathlons where you come in, you hop off your bike, and they literally are there to take your bike from you so you can go change into your shoes, grab your vest, and take off running. That was probably one of the highlights of doing that, just because I do so many events that you don't have that opportunity. So big shout out to the volunteers there. Number two, I took off running, and even the guy next to me just looked at me and he's like, I don't know how my legs are going to handle this run. Mind you, he took off, but he handled it well. So yeah, we start out, we run down this huge hill. It's a mile and a half out, mile and a half back roughly, and I hurt. There's no other way to put it. But I just slowed my pace down, and my whole goal was to keep moving, keep that running going. There was 2 or 3 times that I did walk. I don't include the rock climbing section because there's like 2 sections that you really just don't run. But the 5K absolutely sucked. Great event. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it sucked for me. It hurt like heck. But coming across the finish line, everybody there who had already completed their events, all the people there, my dad was there, which was really, really cool. So everybody there, it just makes the event even that much more better. A lot of the people who have joined kind of this elevation culture, all the, when they come to San Diego and they do all these events, see a lot of the same people, and it's really, really nice. Really great to see a lot of new people out there, getting out there and exploring. I know my very first trail race was really huge for me, so it's nice to see some new faces out there that are just trying it out for the first time, and then seeing the smile on their face, because, to be honest with you, it's kind of what it's all about. So what's next, and how would I rate the Elevation Culture Trail Fest that we did? First off, 20 out of 20, 30 out of 30, 100 out of 100. It was incredible. Again, Eric and the crew did a wonderful job. In fact, I had my first interview, which was kind of cool, for their social media, so I thought that was pretty cool. But just honestly, I volunteered the first day. I had so much fun. If you had the opportunity to volunteer and you have a spare Saturday or Sunday or whatever day the event is, I recommend it. It fills a cup in your life you cannot explain, especially if you're into doing these activities. It just kind of shows you what people do to give their time so that you can go do them. I highly recommend it. The bonus of getting, a free race entry or whatever, that organization is going to give you that day is just a bonus. To be honest with you, when you're out there and people are thanking you for being out there and you're cheering them on and you're losing your voice like I did, you can't replace that. So if you have the opportunity, sign up. If you're wondering, hey, what positions are available, you can send them a message. For instance, Elevation Culture, I just sent Eric a message. I said, hey, I'm free to do some work for you. What do you got for me? And of course, he just knows I like to yell and talk. So he put me as a court marshal, and I had a great time. Really great people out there. As for doing my events, the volunteers did a wonderful job. Like I said, somebody grabbing my bike was huge. So get out there, volunteer, have fun. Now, I'm going to end this video because this is the second one I'm doing tonight, just to get it
up and for everybody. Again, the Ragnar experience is coming up, the Trail Fest for that. We have a lot of preparation because we're camping, so we got to get the toy hauler ready. So much to do. We got to shop for food too because we have to cook for ourselves. We got a lot to do up there. We got to meet with the team this week and kind of go over kind of what everybody's role is going to be. We have the team designed, you know, who starts when, what time. So that's going to be a whole thing. So super excited about that. We'll of course have a video on that. Hopefully it'll be better than this one though. I am going to film that one just because what races are coming up after Ragnar, well, you're going to have to sit back for that one because we are going to have a very interesting 2024 and we have some goals. They're pretty mighty, but I remember when I did my first 5K thinking, how am I going to do a half marathon? Well, now we've done half marathon and marathon. It's time to step it up just a little bit. Do everything this circle says right over here. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, share it with a friend. Who knows, watch it 20 times for all, whatever makes you happy. We'll see you guys soon. We got a lot coming up. Bam!